Good afternoon. Awesome. My name is Allison Carpenter, and I am proud to be the Vice President at McCormick Baron Salazar, your master developer for the Perkins redevelopment, along with the Housing Authority. But today I have an even cooler job because I am your MC, right? Yeah. Gonna have some fun. Well, I'm so happy to be here to celebrate the grand opening of Perkins Square Phase 2. Woo! We were just here not even 6 months ago to cut the ribbon on Phase 1, and now we're on to the next one, all right? So we got a lot of amazing speakers here today to celebrate with us. To kick things off is our QB1, our quarterback, none other than the president of the Housing Authority, Janet Abrahams.
I had no idea I was first. I was practicing. So forgive me if I stutter, just a tad. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and dedicated residents, today we gather not just to celebrate the incredible transformation of PSO, but to honor the spirit of collaboration and community that drives us forward. A special welcome to the resident leaders of the New Haven Housing Authority. Are they here? Where are they? Hi. Welcome, New Haven. Welcome to Baltimore. Welcome to Charm City. All right. Today, it's hard to believe that it has been 6 years. 6 years, ladies and gentlemen, since we received the $30 million grant from HUD for this transformation plan. Yes, 6 years. This grant helped us to launch the Perkins Somerset Old Town Transformation Plan, which we now affectionately call PSO. And it has been a ride. Yes, it has. Today, we stand in front of Phase 2 of Perkins Square. We have changed the name also, ladies and gentlemen. It is now Perkins Square. Isn't that wonderful? I don't even think, I mean, when you look around here, if you remember the old Perkins homes, it was gridlock, right? People couldn't drive through. Did you all notice that you can now drive through these streets? Is that not awesome? That's called bringing back the gridiron system to this community and making sure that everybody can ride through and it's not a dead end like it used to be. So I am proud that we were able to make that change. The next thing that I am proud of is the fact that we're able to put these buildings here, right? I remember, and I keep saying this, when I first came here, the residents really gave me a hard time. That's the best way of saying it, right, Miss Street? Yes. Yes. Who does this woman think she is walking in here with them high heels telling us where we're going to live? I remember that. But I hope today that you can see promises made, promises kept. Right? Right. And we're not going to stop here, right? We're not stopping here. We have parks that will be coming. We have stores that will be coming. And ladies and gentlemen, the zero in this, the O in PSO is Old Town Mall. Y'all remember that old mall? Well, I'm here to tell you that Phase 1 of the rehabilitation has begun. Is that not awesome? So we're doing some really great things. And we have the city here today, Miss Alice Kennedy. She's going to talk about what we're doing as far as education. Because remember, the transformation plan surrounds housing, neighborhood, and of course, education. And so we're doing some great things. Sabera is here from Urban Strategy. She's going to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that she has done in this community. But I would be remiss if I did not ask the dedicated staff of the Housing Authority of Baltimore City to please stand. Thank you. Thank you. Where's Robert? All right. There you go. Stacy, you probably should have stood up with us. You've been part of this from day one. But I want you all to know, and then they didn't do it alone. We have a host of folks, bankers, developers, artists. I mean, you name it, you have them. And so it takes a village, and this is what this represents. It takes a village, ladies and gentlemen, to do what we're doing here today. So I want to be the first to say to you, the residents of Perkins Homes, welcome to Perkins Square. And I hope from the bottom of my heart that you really make this a place that's transformative and a walkable community where everyone can now come in and enjoy these beautiful homes and the next thing to come, the beautiful park. You told me once that you did not believe that you belong in the whole concept of the harbor. Well, it's now connected. And that's what we promised, and that's what we delivered. So again, welcome home.
Man, oh man. Let me say, my hometown is Cleveland, Ohio, so my quarterback is Deshaun Watson. And let me tell you, I'm so lucky that we have a Lamar Jackson right there in our QB1, Janet Abraham. That's my quarterback. Awesome, awesome. Well, next up, we're so happy to have Commissioner Alice Kennedy from the city's Department of Housing and Community Development. They've been an instrumental partner, empowering us forward on every phase with significant commitments in home and trust fund dollars. So with no further ado, please welcome Commissioner Kennedy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I almost thought it was morning. It's been one of those days. I'm here on behalf also of Mayor Brandon Scott. He sends his warm wishes to everyone. He wishes he could be here, but is not able to this afternoon. But I want to just mention and focus in on the fact that where we are today, the Perkins Somerset Old Town Transformation Plan, it embodies the spirit of Mayor Scott's vision for equitable community and neighborhood development across the city of Baltimore. For so long, the residents at Perkins felt segregated, separated, disjointed, forgotten. Any of the different words that you want to use to describe the feelings that I know that I've heard from residents of Perkins, the conversations I've had with Ms. Street in the past, in terms of what it was when Perkins was here. And when we think about what we are looking at today, we are talking about deconcentration of poverty. We are talking about inclusive community. We are talking about creating opportunities for every single resident in the city of Baltimore, no matter what your income, no matter what your race is. Perkins Somerset Old Town, the transformation plan, is truly about righting the wrongs of the past. It truly is about redressing racist housing policies. And here we are today to show that partnership, collaboration, and leading with a vision from the community. The community input on this plan, the community input and the partnership with the Housing Authority has been integral to the success and integral to why we are here today. I think it's a great reason why I want to also welcome the resident council from New Haven. I think it's fantastic that we have another jurisdiction here to see this day and to see what is possible when people and everyone comes together, from the residents to the Housing Authority to the development partners and to our elected leaders, Councilman Stokes, and what it takes as a community and a village to get a project like this through. I want to thank Janet and her leadership and every single staff member at the Housing Authority. You all are tremendous partners. It is a joy to work with you and to realize these projects and to have this project come to fruition. I also want to congratulate the entire team at McCormick, Barron, Salazar, Allison. Where'd you go? There you are, excellent. We have to catch up too, because Cleveland Heights native over here. Yeah, way. Grandview Avenue. Oh, man, okay. You know, neighbors, grew up around there. Maybe a little bit of an age difference, though, but we'll figure that out. But I just want to make sure, you know, Allison, Richard, everybody at the McCormick Barron Salazar team, thank you for your partnership with the team, all of the other development partners, Cross Street, the architects, bankers, everybody that Janet also mentioned. Not only does it take a village of the local, you know, just residents and agencies, city and federal agencies, our HUD representatives to get this project through, but it takes that larger village of all the people that are behind the scenes, moving dirt, building, you know, hammering nails, digging holes, and laying the foundations. And I think what we're seeing here today with phase 2 is just a continuing of the foundation that has been laid with Perkins Somerset Old Town transformation. We're so excited about the O in Old Town and phase 1 of that coming. And we will just continue to march forward and see the progress that has been made here today. And when we look forward to the next phases that are coming, we have a new school coming that is on the list too. That is a big one. I don't want to lose sight of the work that was done by all the partners and Mayor Scott fulfilling the commitment on the creation of the new City Neighbors public charter school as well, which will be down the pike in partnership with Baltimore City Schools. So like I said, once again, it takes a village, and really to every single resident in Perkins who at one point felt that you were left behind, like I said, disconnected, now I want to also welcome you home, and welcome you home to a place that is connected and thought of, and really an anchor for this area of Baltimore City. So thank you, everybody, and enjoy today.
Thank you, thank you. I knew I liked you. And I knew it wasn't just because of the millions of dollars you guys have committed to Perkins. Cleveland, awesome. We'll also just want to recognize Dr. Rhonda Raquetta, who I see has joined us here, from the principal of City Spring School. Let's give her a round of applause. Your kids are coming back, families are coming back, your new school is on the way. Awesome. The next person that we're going to bring up has been just really an amazing partner. I don't even have to say her name. I'm just going to say I want to bring up my best friend. She knows who she is.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. She didn't give y'all my name. My name is Denise Street. And I want, like, we've been doing this, and I've been saying thank you, Janet, thank you. But I never did say thank you, HABC staff, because y'all really did some hard work for us. And DeWanda, you was part of this, okay? So don't think that we don't love you, because we still love you. And I'm looking out here, and I'm seeing a lot of residents that's ready to get a key right now to go in their apartment or their house. And Judy, I got to throw out Miss Celestine Peaks, your mother. She will be 95 in January. And this lady wants to come home right along with me. And Miss Crockett, I got tears in my eyes when I see you back there, because you was right down there in that office working hard with Bridget, getting us in and getting us out. And I want to say thanks to everybody for everything. Now give me my key. That's all, just give me my key. Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Ms. Street, my bestie. I want to shout out the other residents. If you are an OG Perkins resident, I want you to just stand up real quick so we can recognize you all. There we go. It is not easy, the ask that is made of each of you to trust us through this process. It's not quick. Right? It's not easy, and we just want to thank you all for your patience, for your accountability, and just your engagement along the way, okay? And you guys toured some units early. You got a sneak peek. What did you think? Thumbs up? There we go. Thumbs up. There we go. Awesome, awesome. Well, let's just keep it going with our residents. I'd like to introduce one of my dear partners. We work with Urban Strategies, as you guys have heard. They've been a huge partner working with our residents from day one in terms of offering supportive services and just really connecting our community, our residents, to the opportunities that they need to be successful during and following this redevelopment process. So I would like to welcome up Sabir Brown, who will be joined by two of our incredible youth resident council members. Sabir?
You all have heard from me enough at these ribbon cuttings, and so I really wanted to kind of allow you all to see the future of this project. A lot of the two of the individuals that you're about to hear from, they were young, they were children as this is happening, and they've been a product of the different partners that have poured in and collaborated with us. And I'm gonna stop talking because I'm so proud of these two, so I'm gonna allow them to tell you their story.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dewanye Savage. I'm a Free State Challenge Academy graduate, for those of you who know what that is. I grew up in this area since I was about like 2, 3. My parents brought me around. I enjoyed the area a lot. Before it got torn down, the park, the basketball court, City Springs Field that's still there. Sorry, I'm not really good at speaking at these kind of events. Thank y'all. I'm a member of the PYC Perkins Youth Council. That Urban Strategies, Miss Sabria. I'm also a photo voice member that Dr. Linton and her team allowed me to be a part of. They are also the first ones to put a camera inside of my hand, and I love it. It's my favorite hobby in the world now. I'm now a Maryland Service Year Corps member also. I'm working at a Boys and Girls Club. Yes. I want to say thank you to Urban Strategies for having me out today. That's enough for me today.
My name is Ricky Eberhardt. I've been a part of Perkins Youth Council for, I think, 3 years now. During my time here, we have done a lot of events for the community and all around Baltimore. We've done a lot of trips and speaking events that have, helped us get better at speaking at events like this and doing other stuff. Yeah, I've been a part of this for a while, so I'd like to thank Miss Anita, Miss Sabrina, and Mr. Will, who he doesn't work there no more, but I still like to thank him. Thank you. Okay.
So I know my teams are a little nervous, but I just need you to understand how proud I am that they were willing to come up here and use their voices. So what you don't see is that they're holding a book in their hand that they wrote with the youth council. And about 2 years ago, they read their story out to some of their family members and community members. And Anita and I teared up because this voice that you hear, when we first met Ricky would whisper quietly. And then when he spoke up, like he said, I'm here, I'm present, I have a story. And we are so proud of just you all being willing to lean in to the partners, lean into the challenges that we've given. And this is really a testament to partners. Like, it's taken a lot of collaborations with Dr. Linton, with City Springs, with Art with a Heart, with, there's so many partners that I'm trying to come up with, but it did not just happen with one time, with Free State, with BCPSS, with the mentoring program. Like, these children are a product of so many people pouring in. and this collaboration. So I thank you, partners, for willing to take my pushback when we're saying we need something more creative, when we're saying that they're not as accessible as you might have assumed, because this is the product. These are voices that would have been too shy to speak before, and now you're hearing them. So I'm just so proud of our two youth, and I'm glad you got to hear them also.
Thank you all so much. That was incredible. And that's what it's all about, our residents, right? This is what we're here for. Thank you all. And Ms. Street, I got your keys, okay? We got your keys. Awesome. I also just want to thank Urban Strategies. Again, the Photo Voice program is a huge part of what we're doing here. We'll invite you guys back in the spring to see the work of these youth featured in Perkins Phases 1 and Phase 2. You'll see photographs that our youth took of Perkins, of the neighborhood of Baltimore, featured on the hallway corridors of the property. Now, this wind got me a little nervous. Somebody back there? Okay, awesome. Well, so much of this is obviously it's a public-private partnership, and in order to make those successful, you really have to have strong partners at every branch of government, but especially your legislative partners. And so I am so honored to welcome to the stage someone who's been so supportive of this project, even arranged for catering here for us today. So thank you. Please welcome Councilman Robert Stokes.
Thank you. We should give our young people another round of applause. Because we always hear about bad stuff. That's the good stuff that you don't always hear about. First, I want to thank God for being here today, but I go back maybe 10 years, Ms. Street, when people lived here and they suffered. You had drugs, you had crime, you had infrastructure, and nobody would know right now that this would be happening. But the people that live here, they believed in it. Am I right, Ms. Janet? And I'm going to tell you about Ms. Janet. When she sat there and talked to them and they asked them what they wanted, she delivered. And her staff. So I go back 10 years when I wasn't even a council person. But I was down here in Perkins with all the things that was going on to make sure that the same people who had to live down here and live in all that mess got a chance to move in a world-class neighborhood. And I only say that because you got a bunch of naysayers, but I don't hear their mouth no more. Because they say it couldn't happen, they say it couldn't work, but guess what? God is good. Thank you.
Amen. All right. Thank you so much, Councilman. We were so grateful for you. Thank you. All right, next up, I'm going to call him my best friend, too. Again, not because of his financial commitment to the project. But we are, the state has been an incredible partner from the start, just showing up in a huge way for the PSO transformation, but especially Perkins. So Maryland CDA, we're happy to welcome Assistant Secretary Greg Hare. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Again, I'm Greg Hare. I'm the Director for the Community Development Administration. And though Secretary Day couldn't be here, he does send his congratulations on this important milestone. DACD is a longtime, willing, and proud partner of McCormick Barron Salazar, HABC, the City of Baltimore, and all the partners that made this project happen. We understand that none of this can be done alone, and I'm happy to see so many of our government, public sector, and private sector partners here today. When I look around Perkins, Somerset, Old Town, it's communities like this where we see it as really throwing a rock in a pond, where the ripples are magnified outward and the possibilities are immeasurable. This investment in our families and our communities is truly a force multiplier that brings the benefit of compound interest. Strengthening neighborhoods so we can effectively support our aspirations and the well-being of all the residents who live there. We've been saying this time and time again at these events, and we mean it. Maryland is poised for success, and the quickest way to achieve that success is reinvesting in the soul of the state of Maryland, and that is right here in the city of Baltimore. To do that, we must make deliberate choices to counteract the decisions that cause intentional disinvestment in our neighborhoods like this in Baltimore, and we're committed to make that happen. The Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development intends to be a leader as we make this shift to re-examine our policies and find more projects that exemplify the values of the Moore-Miller administration. Communities like Perkins, Somerset, Old Town are part of this change. The state of Maryland is a proud partner in the ongoing revitalization of PSO, and we want to make sure that we both upgrade our volume and quality of affordable housing in Baltimore and the state of Maryland. So far, the department has provided over $250 million between gap financing, LIHTC equity, and other financing for this redevelopment, including almost $40 million for Perkins Phase 2. So this is a resounding commitment to just how serious we believe that elevating Baltimore is to accelerate Maryland, and we're all going to rise together. This proves to be an ongoing policy decision to really put a roof over every Marylander's head. And we look forward to renewing our commitment of unwinding fundamental racist policies of the past to deliberately counteract them. You know, the theme today has been pouring in, and I do want to say I spent so many of my years before I joined CDA at the Housing Authority of Baltimore City. So while I didn't stand up, I feel like I'm at HABC. And I'm looking at my former colleague, Corliss Austin, and she poured so much into me, and that allowed me to kind of really be here today. So many things, making sure I keep this jacket on, maintain my professionalism. And so I do want to say to the young folks, you are on, I think, an incredible journey. We know so many outcomes come from where you live at home, and so we're happy to be a part of that. And just congratulations to you all in this great community and this revitalization. And the last piece here, I just want to say, we're going to continue to support this resurgence, and we're excited to continue our work with all of you to improve communities and provide accessible, affordable housing for all Marylanders, including the city of Baltimore. So I'm confident that with the people we have here today, this amazing team standing here, sitting here, we will continue to make this goal a reality. So I look forward to our continued partnership, and thank you all for this amazing community. Welcome home to all the residents of Perkins Square.
Thank you so much, Greg. You're doing great. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Awesome. You've heard us say welcome home a few times today because we really mean it. Come back, please. And to help with that, I want to quickly acknowledge our management team. We have our president, LaShawna McGrew from McCormick Barron Management. I want to acknowledge her and her incredible team. They're dressed in black. Can you guys raise your hands? If you're with McCormick Barron Management, they're all over. Some folks are inside as well. So if you have questions about leasing at Phase 2A and Phase 2B in a few weeks, please do get in touch with them. We are excited to welcome you all home. So thank you, and thank you, LaShawna, for being with us today. Awesome. Just some quick highlights just about this project that we're talking about. Phase 2 really is building upon the momentum at Phase 1, which you guys know across the street, 103 units. What we heard from residents after Phase 1 is we want more townhomes. Where are the townhomes? So I'm so proud that we literally doubled the number of townhomes at this phase to 28. And that's just Phase 2A alone. And then another thing we heard from residents is, are we really going to be able to come back? And so one thing I just want to make sure is clear to everyone, that every single unit that was demolished is being replaced in this redevelopment. All right? Every single unit. All right. And this project is a mixed income project, right? We're talking about units available for households at every income level. And this is made possible by the HUD C&I program, so I do want to recognize the amazing contribution from the HUD team. Thank you all so much for being with us today. Hello, hello. And I also want to recognize someone who's just been such an instrumental part of just moving us forward in terms of how we think about revitalizing neighborhoods and delivering affordable housing and mixed-in communities. I'm not just gushing because he's my boss, but because he's the legend, Richard Barron, the chairman and founder of McCormick Barron. Please come to the stage.
Well, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be back, and it's always a real treat for me. We work as many of you know, across the United States. We've interacted with dozens and dozens of cities and housing authorities and state governments. And for me, it's a particular pleasure to come back and see the extraordinary work that's going on here with Janet and Cynthia and the authority and all the staff, as well as with the state, and of course with HUD making the choice grants. We have been very, very pleased with what has happened. We have wonderful partners. I particularly wanted to mention Harkins Builders, who the general contractor on this phase, and Hord, Kaplan, and Mock, our architects, and Berkadia for their support. These deals are very difficult to do, as everyone has said, and I absolutely don't want to be political today. Vote. Vote. As many times as you can. Vote. They have no shame, I have no shame. But I do want to thank the McCormick-Barron team, Allison, for her superb work here, who's made a great difference, and all of the staff of McCormick-Barron Management who are working very hard to make sure we move people in quickly as we can, and Urban Strategies. Donovan Duncan, our second in command, is here today, along with a great Urban Strategies staff. And I wanted to mention to you, at the end of 1978, as we started to do more and more family housing across the country, it was very clear to me from my work in the late 60s, so you know how old I am, working with public housing residents, that as we started to develop family housing, it became absolutely clear to me that we had to have a parallel organization working with families and kids. And it was those efforts and those that are now being made by Urban Strategies here with a superb staff that's making a great difference with the families. And when I hear every quarter at our Urban Strategies board meetings about the progress that's being made here in the community, it's quite a story. It's exceptional. And I really do want to thank the Urban Strategies staff for the hard work they do, because in the end, all of these developments that we've done, I think this is our 175th since I started the business 51 years ago, and to see the progress that's being made and the work that's being done, and more particularly the outcomes of the kids that are raised in these communities who are going to a wonderful school that we have here and a new one that will come, it is truly gratifying for me. I love the work. I've been around a long time, and I hope after November there'll be an opportunity to see even more housing done, and I just wish everybody well. I thank the residents for your patience. It takes a long time, and as I often say to our residents, I want you to know that when I started this work 51 years ago, I had a full head of hair. So you know what it's done to me. And it's never easy. And lastly, I just want to welcome our New Haven guests. We developed the 9th Square in New Haven many years ago, and so it's another place that I really enjoyed, and we're very pleased to be part of the renaissance of that area of downtown New Haven. So I thank you very much, and we continue. And I hope to be back very soon to see everybody. And once again, thanks to the authority and Janet and her leadership. It's really an exceptional agency. I just wish we had more Janets across the United States. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Richard. Friends, we have made it through the hard part. The easy part is ahead of us. So let me tell you what's coming. So we're all the principals on the stage, we're gonna hop down, we're gonna cut this ribbon, we're gonna take some pictures, and the part that you're really waiting for is the food that is inside. Along the way, you can tour the community room, as well as the stage unit. So that reminds me, I just want to recognize a few people real quick before we get that show started. First, I know we called out Perkins, but I want to actually point them out. Our Perkins team that built this beautiful project. Perkins. Welcome, thank you, thank you. All right, I know Cable's somewhere, but Hort Copeland Mock, the award-winning architects who designed this community. See Matt, how you guys doing? Thank you. Oh, there's Cable. Hey, buddy. Hey. There you are. Also want to recognize the Boulevard Collective. They are both the marketing and design firm here that helped us put on this great event, as well as designing the beautiful artwork that you all see here. The fact that you don't see them is a good sign, because it means they're working. Love that. And also want to just thank everyone who contributed today to pulling this off. So thank you all so, so much. So let's make this easy. Who has the scissors?